for the great COVID gold rush of 2000 to 2022 is finally over. Craig and Tracy here from Caravans by the Campfire. We're off. It's nearly the end of the Caravan show season, so we're off to the last show, and we're going to be going 2 days, right? So that's out at Rose Hill.
Only because old mate needs to look at absolutely everything.
I got to look at everything because I'm still confused, like anyone else who's buying the caravan. What are we looking to do? In this video, we're going to show you as much as we can about all the different vans that are there. We're also going to have little snippets. That's all you're going to see. But just to show you the depth and scope of everything that's there.
Decision making.
Hopefully have a look at a few new things that are going on, and then have a look at some camper trailers. Just the whole vibe of the place, I reckon. So, stay tuned. I'm going to show you some great stuff. We're looking at innovations. Anyone who's got innovations, anyone who's got up-to-date modern technology going in their van.
I'm big on the technology.
What the key movements are in the industry. And so, I hope you enjoy this. Look at this. Oh. Yeah, look, they're must-have items. So what have you discovered? New innovation.
Soft close upper cabinets.
Soft close overhead cabinet. Oh my God! And what sort of a van are we finding that in?
Avida.
Avida.
Royal Flair. Couples van. With the bed up there, it comes down over the top of the club lounge. And then you have your ensuite up here. Not bad. Not bad. But of course Craig likes the one that has the boat trailer, guys. Just out here. There it is.
However, look at this. Look at this front section. I'm wondering why more van manufacturers don't put this at the front of their vans.
Could have something to do with weight.
I don't know. This latest Thetford outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, Craig's found a new toy, guys.
Yeah, I like these mirrors, they're very good. It's good, this is a nice one. Let me have it. Okay, check this lovely Cruise Master. But, look at this. Oh, the new fridge.
I always say those two things don't have to have them.
Yeah, look, they're must-have items. Where are we at?
Supreme.
What's going on here?
This is the executive model. I'm not quite sure this is fully off-road, but it is 21. Well, it says 23.6 and 16.
Right. This is the Willow
I'll buy this stock for 100
trailer with the drop-down bed. It's at the roof. Check out that area.
But it has a bunk for the kids' room.
How good's that?
Look, kids' room.
Oh, a little kiddies room in here.
Yeah, and this is the...
Well, for me, they're all really looking the same now. It's only like what's underneath them, what chassis, what suspension, and what power supply. They're the only differences.
Yeah.
And there was one flashy one we just saw over there that had a little fridge immediately inside the door underneath the stove,
Oh, yeah,
where
Craig's
you put your beers.
Craig's beer fridge.
First class job. Everyone should have one of those, I reckon.
Very nice, very spacious. Lithium, everything you want.
about this darling dream catcher.
The latches are underneath, so these are really good points to start with. The kitchen's on the near side, which is even better. I can't see a pantry over there. It's a bit of a drama.
So you found the bush tracker. Bush tracker.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
It's super impressive. Super impressive.
Checking out the sides.
Super impressive price tag.
Yeah, but you get what you pay for, don't you?
Oh yeah, this you're certainly getting stuff for paying for.
This is 100% customizable.
Yes, I know. I have so much fun with this, and they've got all the new colours in there.
Okay, we're gonna go in this Avida van that Tracy doesn't think she likes. But her immediate reaction, I think the Avida looks a bit like a cross between a Zone and a Silverline. So, what's the first reaction when you walk in?
Wow, dark and moody.
Oh no, it was much more dramatic than that. I heard you going, oh wow.
No, I didn't say that at all. I wasn't oh wow. I was like, oh.
Check out this lounge area. This is spectacular.
Look, it even has
Look
your
at the space here. We can dance in here in the nighttime, darling.
Oh, please, people do not want to see that. Ready?
So what have you discovered? New innovation.
Oh, soft close, upper cabinets.
Soft close.
Listen.
Overhead cabinet. Oh my God. And what sort of a van are we finding that in?
Avida.
Avida. There must be a song.
And clothes. You can just put yours under there. You'll be right.
And TV, straight up here, in line with the bed, so you can bloody watch it. Down there. This is a party tent. Look at that. I reckon there's a lot to be said for the vans with the slide outside.
Yes, they can't do it very
Yeah, I
well.
don't care.
What happens when they can't slide back in?
Yeah, you just wind them back in, they have an override, you know, do a bit of manual work, but they speak volumes for how much space you're going to have
Pretty
in your
small
van.
fridge though. I think it need a bit
Yeah, well, you can just get a bigger fridge.
Needs a bigger fridge.
That is epic, epic.
Craig's beers.
Avida van. Avida. Topaz. And again, check out this photo from the side. Looks like a Zone crossed with a Silverline. And inside it's got quality thing. It's got all lithium, it's off grid, full off-road.
Tear is 2796.
Yeah. It's got a payload about 800. Oh my God. I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. I had to stop 2 days in a row at lunchtime, have 3 beers, just so I could cope with everything that was going on around the place.
Oh my God, did that help you make a decision?
Yep.
Or were you just as bamboozled as all the other people that were talking to us out there?
I think about it a bit more. Okay, so going to your show, what do you think about that? What's that been like? 2 days of show action.
Oh, I've had enough for a couple of days.
Yeah.
I've seen enough.
A couple of takeouts, right? When you go to one of these caravan shows, everyone is all together. I think that makes comparing easier. You reckon?
Well, yeah.
Well, to some degree, because you can think, oh, I like that one. Right, let's walk straight back over to that one there I just saw before. Yeah.
Well, you can, and you can also jump around and, you know, when you can't get what you want, you can go to the next one and see, oh, well, I like that one, let's see if I can get what I want there.
Yeah, look, You also get a feel for what type of aftermarket service you're going to have.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of this is based on the salespeople that are there, and they all, most of them know their product, or they talk like they know their product.
Really?
Yeah. But getting a feel for what their aftermarket service is going to be like, I think that's very important. Good questions to ask. How many dealers do you have around the country? How am I going to get my van serviced? Do I have to bring it back to the one place? You hear these horror stories about people coming back and waiting 3 months just to get 2 windows fixed or whatever. I think there's some trending activities in the caravan industry, right? One is that they are all looking at the types of manufacturing. So whilst they all look the same on the outside and the floor, some still use the marine ply, some have moved to the new honeycomb floor, and some have got like a hybrid versions of different things. The aluminium frame, some have hot riveted, some have welded, some still have the timber. What's that timber called?
Meranti timber.
Meranti timber. And some have different versions of plastics that have been assembled that are a little bit more lighter weight than the timber. They might be heavier than the aluminium. But yeah, so there's all these little things going on there so they can try and get a competitive advantage. Second thing we noticed, delivery times are definitely coming down. So you've had people telling you it's 12 months, 18 months, 2 years. Now, apart from some really high-end vans, the rest of the marketplace seems to be coming down to 5 and 6 months, which is just, well, what that means is that people aren't buying as many vans. Yeah, or the great COVID gold rush of 2000 to 2022 is finally over.
Yeah.
Prices are coming down in the second-hand market. People are selling. The economy's not that good. So there's some bargains to be had out there, isn't there?
Yep.
Yeah. So there is a trend. Delivery times are definitely coming down. The other thing that is noticeable is nearly all vans now, there's very few. You know how it used to be like 10% lithium and 90% AGM? Well, it's nearly done a complete reversal. So even your stock standard basic van is coming out with at least one lithium battery. Yeah. So that trend is certainly happening. The next thing that's going to be coming around is people are going to set up these vans for 24 or 48 volt electricity provision. And all that means is that you're getting a far more efficient delivery of electricity. So that's going to be next. There were a few vans out there shifted to 24 volt, and then a couple of high-end ones that have gone the full 5 kilowatt 48 volt system. So you might think you're buying the latest and greatest today with your 200 amp hour lithium batteries and your 1000 watt or 1 kilowatt bloody solar. That's going to be out of date pretty quick, but it will service your needs. So things like mag chargers. So if you've got an iPhone or any other device that has a magnetic wireless based charging system, not many vans have that in it, and it's like a $30 component, if that.
Well, we found it for $30 at the
Well,
show.
we found it for $30, so that means it's probably $10.
If you
right?
want a higher end one, you're looking at $80, $90.
Yeah, if you want a real quality one, well, maybe you're going to have to pay more, but those sort of things just should be in all the vans, because that's where the technology is going. Same as the USB-C ports and USB-C 3 ports, which are the higher wattage charging, and that comes with, you know, you're using GoPros and phones and normal cameras and other electrical equipment. They're all coming out with that port in them. So unless you're fitting them to your Caravan now, they're a pretty easy 12 volt change out. So you just rip all those USB plugs out and you put in the USB-C. Anyway, so let's get down to it now. Best value vans, in our opinion.
Oh god, here we go.
You know, and this is a feel thing. Like all of our reviews of vans are how do you feel? And we're thinking like you. You're going to go in there and you don't want to be ripped off. You want to have some good product knowledge and you want to feel good about the product. Yeah, doesn't matter what anyone else feels like. It's what you feel like. So, what do you think? If you got no money limit whatsoever, what caravan brands are you going to be going into?
I'd be thinking the Bush Tracker would be the #1 brand.
Now, everyone says they're heavy and you need a truck to pull them.
Maybe you do if you put everything in them.
Well, I don't know. The one we saw out there was immaculate. It was beautiful. It starts at 2.6 tons, and I'm sure you could get it under that.
And the thing about the Bush Tracker is that it's fully customisable. So the sales pitch is that there's no two vans alike. Maybe there is, maybe there's some very similar, but you can decide how heavy or what you're putting in that van. It's up to you. You're the customer, and I think the really big thing for that brand for me is it's no compromise. I want a bigger tunnel boot, I'm getting a bigger tunnel boot. I want a bigger extended drawbar and a big toolbox, I'm getting that. Yeah. So you control the ball with that one.
So what else is like that in that category?
Oh well, you like the Kimberley only because they've got cutting edge electrical technology.
If you like a zone caravan out there and you think that's great, you go and look at the Kimberley camper and it's like next level. So it's just a space age phenomenon to me.
But they've gone the next level with their electrical. So
they've already got a 48-volt system. You name it. And they do make fully off-grid products. That's just their core business.
But anyway, the next one after that was Titanium. Again, that was another electrical, all off-road vans. It had layouts that we liked. It had inclusions that we wanted. It ticked a lot of boxes.
Lotus is similar to that at the top end, although I think they're probably just under it.
I think weights are a big concern with the Lotus, even when we were out there.
Titanium too. They're just big, heavy. Got is the Royal Flare. So in that high end, that's the one with the bed that comes down. So it's pretty groovy. I don't mind that. It's got lots of things. You know, the Royal Flare. What is it? The bloody top of the range one. What is it? What's that? The fully spec'd up one with the hydraulic thing that comes down the back with your toy hauler.
It's like a base station. It's the Raptor, so it has you put the TV on the roof and you put the Polaris on the back. Next level.
Now, if you're going into the next price point, which seems to be the normal one, that's 90 to 120,000. That's a big range.
Highly competitive market.
It's very competitive.
So many brands to choose from, so many options.
Yeah, lots of things are very close to each other.
Yeah.
So you just got to do your research there, check out all the brands, all the models. We'd recommend probably a Red Center, Sunfinder, Majestic, Jayco, Avida, JB Caravans. You stick in that sort of group of caravan manufacturers, you're probably going to get a reasonably good quality deal. Just depends what you want to use it for. Yeah. Then if you go to the hybrids, we mentioned before there's some new and exciting hybrid activity, but I'd say, and again, if money's not a thing, the Cub range.
Oh, it was impressive. It was so nice.
You just think of these Cub brands like Cub and Kimberley and whatnot. You think of Jayco even, and you think,
they've been around for years.
They're old-fashioned. They've been around forever. I'm not buying one of those. Look at all these new entrants to the market. Well, they've come back, mate, full force, I reckon.
At the moment, they're re-entering.
Yeah, that Cub one with the sensor-activated lighting, and just got some quality product, quality inclusion, quality running gear.
And they've listened to what people are saying in the hybrid world, like, you know, having the shower and toilet combined and the floor's wet. They've got a wooden floor in there, so that way if someone has a shower and you want to go to the bathroom after it, well, the water's underneath the wooden floor. Yeah. The Easy Trail, they're listening to their customer base. I have to say that all the feedback they get from whatever series they put out on their hybrids, the next series has those things mixed.
There's about 10 brands that are very similar in that Easy Trail category, right? Hybrid. And to see the difference in production now to when we had one, that's a point of reference, I think. They seriously take on board what customers say and they make those changes. And the other one's the Scout.
Yeah. And
that's a hybrid.
The reason that one made the list is because it doesn't have the pull-out back, so the bed is always made up. So it's a pop top, that's the only canvas, and combined shower and toilet for that.
Now again, moving into that camper trailer area, right? Hundreds of camper trailers, right? Take your pick. It's just a budget thing at the end of the day, but look, there's no doubt about it that the three brands that build bulletproof, and they are expensive camper trailers, like the Patriot, the Mountain Trail, the Trackabout,
yeah, they're top of the range.
They are all top of the range, but again, you know,
like you can buy a Patriot for the same price you can buy a Caravan.
Yeah, that's right. So that makes you
Think.
really analyse what you want to be doing with it, where you want to be going. But there's a whole range of camper trailers, like from $20,000 to $40,000 that are going to be more than adequate. We saw a couple that have, anyone who's had a camper trailer before, and you realise how many hours it takes to put the awning on. Velcro, put the zipper on. There's some out now that have got the roof attached. The awning roof is attached to the tent, and the poles fold up and they go into this Tetris formation, and they just go on top of the tent when you close the tent down. So impressive.
Well, again, listening to customer feedback, it is like usually where someone sits on the chair and has a beer while they're watching the other person do it.
That's been a solid 2 days of checking out every van and every gizmo under the sun. So we're a lot better equipped now. Yeah, just got to set a budget, work out exactly what.
Well, if you want a new van, we're not still certain that that's the way we want to go.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content.
And comments and feedback below what you thought of the show.
Yeah, let us know what you thought of the show. I think we need to talk to some caravan industry people.
Oh, I think Craig's going to go out to a factory, because I think old mate over here wants to go and see this
maybe a
Avita.
factory tour.
I'm not going. I'm too busy for that. But
tell you what, just rewind again and look at that Avita.
Oh,
that is just
okay.
Okay. If you've got a slide out van, slide out the sides anywhere, electric. Let me know what sort of problems you're having and whether they do the Gibb River Road without any issues, right? Or any other dirt track for that matter, because I'm sure that they cope with it. They don't break down any more than any other caravan.
That's not. You're not listening to people.
I'm not listening. No.
He's not listening to people who've already told him that's not the case.
When you get older, you don't listen to anyone.
I know that. I'm very aware of that.
Yeah, you're meant to. Yeah, there's a difference between listening and hearing.
Yeah, you don't do either.
Anyway, that's fine. Good luck. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Try the window. She's not even driving and she's gone to the window.
I reckon I've earned maybe 2 glasses of wine.
The beautiful beast juices coming out. Beautiful in here. It's like a magic forest. I don't understand.